there, guys. I am here to say hello and to work on this wonderful copy of a Cezanne that I'm working on right now. And hi, Catherine. So glad you're here. Okay, cool. Hi there, Beth, Wilma. Nice to see you guys. We are having so much fun in this Cezanne master copy class. And can you give me a thumbs up that you can hear me well? Because I want to, I think you can, because Catherine, you said hi, which means that you probably heard me say hi to you. I really appreciate you guys joining me today. I'm really having a blast working on this master copy by Cezanne. And let's see. Okay, thank you, Wilma. I appreciate it. Hi, Nicoletta. I'm so glad you guys are here. So, like always, when I paint, I wear my nitrile purple gloves. It's just a good safety tip. And this morning, I was demonstrating where I was laying in this guy, and I try to get this guy completed. I have this area to work in today. I'm going to kind of fine tune and get this kind of cleaned up and with more variety. And then we'll see if I do well. I'm just going to kind of start moving over and working more. So thank you guys for being here. It's a fun day. I got to find my brush that I want to use. There's my brush. Okay, so yeah. Okay, so one of the things that I absolutely love about this Cezanne painting is the color scheme. It's like these lovely blue grays and the greens, and then more blue grays, and then these wonderful ochres and siennas. It just makes for just a wonderful feel. I don't know about you, but for me, it's just heavenly. Another thing about Cezanne that is kind of surprising to me is that he uses Prussian blue like there's no tomorrow, which is it's fascinating and to me very difficult, because I don't like working with Prussian blue so much, because I find it to be a very difficult pigment to work with. But man, he knows how to work his Prussian blue. Oops, I'm seeing something that I need to lay in first before I do my the next step that I want to do. So it needs to be whiter. So I add a little bit of white. Okay. So needs to be more white. Okay. Let's get this a little bit better. I need to get that green in too. So I'll go back and forth between, and it needs to be a darker green than what I just mixed. So a little bit of yellow ochre and Prussian blue. I have not used this much Prussian blue on my palette in years. And the last time I used this much Prussian blue, I was copying a Van Gogh. So those late 19th century artists really liked their Prussian blue. Sorry about that cough. Let me quickly get some water. Okay, cool. So now there's a couple of marks that I need to make over this. So I want to get those in. There's that, and then there's another one. And those lines, and then there's this flower shape that's been Cezanne outlined, but he never like painted. That's okay. And then, oh, there's green right there. There's a note of green that I want to get in. So let me get that in. And then there's like another bright note of green there. And so then I've got this pear that is just yummy. It's got some red right there, so I'll have to put that in. But before I do that, I want to add some more of the other colors I'm seeing. So yeah, Prussian blue is like such a like staining kind of dominant color. It's just fascinating that he used it so much. But he did, so you know, more power to him. But man, it like infiltrates my whites. I have to be very careful about how I pick up white with these colors. Okay. So I think that's a little bit lighter in value, or darker, deeper in value than what I had. And then there's like, see, look at that. I just smudged that wet Prussian blue, and it just totally changed, like big time, my value structure of what was on my brush. And so in some ways you can use that to your benefit, but then in other ways it's like, holy smokes, guys, my brush has just turned a totally different color. Okay, so I need to get, so what I'm doing is I'm looking at the setup that I have from a photograph I got, and this is called a corner, a table corner is the painting by Cezanne, and we got our file from the Barnes Foundation, which is in Philadelphia. They're exceptionally generous with their intellectual data or information that they have on their pieces. And so I am just having a blast working on this piece. I'm going to need to put more blue, but since it does make things so dark so fast, I'm kind of holding back a bit. Yes, very nice. Really loving that. And there's that nice, wonderful edge there, and then that's a little bit more green underneath the sky. So let's look. Trying to mix. And more blue. Oh, oops, I just dropped the brush. I'll have to grab that. Just a moment. And then right there. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, so we are having so much fun on this piece. I thank you so much for being here and checking out what we're doing in class. Oh, that needs to be more green. I'll pick up a note of green real soon. I'm just trying, okay. That needs to be a little bit deeper in value, so I'm going to do that before I pick up the green. So, you know, Cezanne was an amazing painter. His compositions are, you look at them and you think, wow, how simple. But then you start doing the copying and then you realize, there's a little bit more going on here than maybe I had anticipated. And that has been, I think, kind of the theme statement in this class. Everybody's been saying kind of that's been kind of their experience, which is, you know, it's fascinating how, okay, so I'm just obliterating that. I need to fix that. Is how everybody has been like, wow, there's just so much color, there's just so much variety. And, you know, it does really influence the way the piece comes together. So I'm going to wash my brush, and what I'm seeing is there's more, I want more warmth in my mixtures. So I am, let's see, so we've got, I need to put that in. And then there's like more variety there. I'm gonna get that in. Got to clean my brush. Every time I touch anything with Prussian blue, I have to essentially immediately wipe my brush off with a rag, or else it adulterates what's on my brush and then makes my brush crazy. So really good like brush stroke and cleaning the brush is required to make for an efficient painting experience. Oh, and then there's, I need to get that in there, like that. And right down here. Like I picked up some Prussian blue and it already like changed things up a bit. Oh well, that's how it goes. And then I need to there's a blue line that I need to get there, but I'm gonna, and then deeper, darker, right there. I need to get that in. I need to get some shadow colors in. I really just love this. Oops, too dark maybe. But that's also too dark, but I can put that mark there. And you guys are welcome. My pleasure to be here, and I'm doing this. Oops, that, okay, so I started to put that in, but then it's too desaturated. So I need to actually make my peaches just a little bit more saturated. That needs to go more gray. That might not be that dark, but right here, totally. And then I'll get some Prussian blue because that's what he used so much of. There we go. And then I am having a ball. So this is a demonstration which is an extension of my Tuesday class where we are painting Cezanne copies. I teach this master copy class in the fall, winter, and spring terms of like essentially the school year, and we have so much fun actually diving into the different genres of still life, because that's the class is predominantly a still life class, and it's an opportunity to explore the different eras of still life. And like, I absolutely love still life, no matter what type, be it like this, like Cezanne with fruits, or and of course I love florals. If you know my work, I absolutely love floral still life. But I just love the the variety of what we're able to create in our, and we copy depending on the class, we either copy 1 or 2 master copies of an artist, so that way that we can really learn a lot from the artist. And then the last half of the workshop, or the weekly class, the 9-week course, we then go and start working on like original piece compositions. That I create a photographic reference for everybody, and we paint a different setup, and it's it's wonderful. It's just really freeing to like explore and learn about these different artists and how they created their work. And then the goal is that at the end of the class, we then we have all that experience in the left over to take to our own studio practice, which I absolutely love. Okay, so this guy is a little bit darker, more red in him. Oops, that might be too pink. A little bit better. And then I've got this wonderful red note there, and got to get some more. No. And then I've got some notes of green that need to go in. And yeah, Cezanne just was so expressive with his colors. He would, he sought out the color in the setups. So we're constantly chasing color in our copies of his work. Like, then you'll have like a random bit of color elsewhere. And it really is, and the thing is that it's important to have those different color notes. It's creating like a pattern, or oh gosh, I can't think right now. Sorry, guys. It's it creates like a dance of color across the palette, which is very enticing. It's very it just kind of like sucks you in, I think, as an artist. What colors are you making up the peaches? Beth, I haven't gotten into the peaches yet, so, but I did get into them last week in the evening class. So maybe go back and look at the recordings from then, because to tell you the truth, I can't remember. I mean, I know I tried a whole bunch of different colors, probably cad red, a little, looks like some yellow ochre, probably some cad yellow too, and I bet some cad orange. I was all over the board. So, but that's where I would start. So, and then this needs to be a little bit lighter in value, so I'll shift that down. Okay, and then, see, this needs to be a little bit lighter in value. Okay, so I want to, okay, so what my goal is, I want to move up, or I want to move in this area and then move down. So, so that, you don't have the full top view, and that's because I make it short enough for me to easily paint, or I like to position my painting where it's easy to paint. So, so yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. So yeah, I'm just you know, working on trying to figure things out, and yeah, I'm just moving on. So we got another 30 minutes. You know, I feel like I'm on a roll today, so I might do really well today. So I'm gonna start working in this area, and like I've got the photo reference in front of me. So I've got, there's like a raw sienna mixture. And then I've got, okay, I'm gonna do, what is that? That's, I have a more browny color. Let's see. So I'm gonna mix a little bit of burnt sienna and ultramarine blue. Because there's, oops, way too dark, shucks. I did that on accident. That's okay. Nice thing about oil paint is if you make mistakes like that, you just go over them. And I mean, it's amazing how flexible your oil paint, oil painting is. It really is a forgiving medium. Okay, and then there's some darkness up there, so I'm gonna put some darkness down there. And then we've got that blue. And then I need it to be more of a raw sienna color. Well, I picked up some of that Prussian blue black mixture that I made. That's cool, I can do that. And then looks like there's some stuff going on there. Shucks, I just noticed. Oh well. And then okay. Okay, and then I'm trying to reorganize some stuff. Okay. Let's see. Okay. So, I need to get, oops, I'm mixing some more Prussian blue mixture with, oh, it needs to be, it's kind of got some yellow brown to it. We'll see how that goes. Okay. So Cezanne worked so fast and so freely, and it's fascinating how sometimes his work, and so then, like, so now, guys, what I'm doing is I laid down that blue, but I know that it's brown, but I'm actually like mixing on the canvas instead of creating the mixture on my palette, because that's sometimes how you get a more interesting like mixture, is you mix on, you lay down a color. That's ultramarine blue. You lay down a color, and then you augment it on. You actually augment it on your canvas, and so then you're maximizing your broken color. Dang it! That's too pure blue. Okay, so let's see if this will work better. Too black now. Haha. Shucks, shucks, shucks. I can figure that out though. Dang it. So what I'm going to do is I just washed my, there we go. I needed to thin it down with more OMS. There we go. That's better. There we go. That's better. Yay. That's looking a little bit more like what Cezanne has. Maybe not quite, but good, closer. And then I have that green that I have to get on top of my, now Cezanne used this green called emerald green, which was so dangerous. It was made with arsenic in it, and like when it would get wet, it would actually create off gas and arsenine, which is a essentially a gas of arsenic that, so essentially it poisons people who ever breathe it. Terribly dangerous, terribly just awful. And so there's some green that I see. So I'm laying that down first. Instead of making true I'm mixing I'm not using the emerald color. I'm mixing it with Viridian and some cad yellow and a little bit of white. So unfortunately it's not doesn't have all the features that emerald green did, but it's still pretty wonderful and cannot complain. Truth. Okay, so now, whoops, needs to be lighter in value. Okay, so it's darker over here, so I'm gonna, and Cezanne was the master of like these wonderfully soft, blurry edges and backgrounds. So that might be a little bit too dark. It is too dark, shucks. Let's see what this does. There we go, sorta. Okay, whoops. So So I'm going to actually try to do kind of a similar thing of what I did over there. So I've laid down kind of the colors that I see. And then I'm going to wash my brush with OMS. And so it's just straight OMS and kind of a dry brush. And then let's see if I can get that effect, some of those effects that he had on his. A little bit more runny, but that's working out pretty good. Can't complain. Okay, and this is white cloth here, and then I got all that white. So Cezanne was truly a fun painter. There's lots to learn from him. And the green, pick up some of the green there. And then there's some more gray-ish colors here. Oh, too dark though. Okay, so yeah, that's, and then there's some umber stuff, or some of this going on in here. Yeah, okay, so I'm really liking how now it's coming together in its own little kind of way. I'm gonna need more paint. So a mixture of Prussian blue. Oh, hey, that's what I should use. Prussian blue, raw sienna. Oops, but all I've done is managed to turn it into green. So I'm gonna, what do I need to do? Cad red deep with Prussian blue. That makes a really good, like, kind of that purple color that you see in this painting with, and then you mix white in. So I think this might be it. So let's see. Yeah, that seems to be it. Let's get, okay. So that's pretty much, that's as far as I want to get on my demonstration today. I'm surprised that I'm like just essentially burning up the pavement, so to speak, with this setup today. So I think I'm actually going to stop there because I'm teaching this. I have the second class of the day and I want to focus on the finalizing the drapes in the central fruit area tonight. But if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask me them right now. And I'm just going to like fine tune a couple of things while I'm kind of fooling around. This needs to get a little, can you see that? Nope, you can't see what I'm doing down there. Okay. This needs to get a little darker, so I'm going to get that darker. And that needs to get darker, that edge. But yeah, it's a really good little piece. Let's see if I can get it smack in the middle of of the Instagram live. Pretty close. Okay, I guess I need to back up more. There we go, guys. So that's where I'm at today, and I am going to stop there because I want to be able to focus, have some. I want to be able to cover some raw canvas, so to speak, for my evening class, and I'm really surprised I painted so quickly today. Any questions? I don't really have anything else to say, but except for thank you guys for always being here. I always appreciate you guys tuning in for these Instagram lives, and just know that I so appreciate you guys, and I just want to thank you so much for joining me today, and have a really, really good one. And yeah, that's it. So I will see y'all next week at 2 p.m. Take care. Bye.